Howdy folks, and welcome back for another banjo lesson. This will be lesson 4 in my Clawhammer Banjo series. And in this episode we're gonna talk about banjo tunings, because there are lots of them out there, and if you know lots of banjo tunings, then you will become a very flexible musician. And it's great when you're doing arrangements of songs, trying to find a tuning that fits your voice better, maybe. I will talk about that later, but and also you will have big diversity on the jams. You will be able to jam along with anyone because you know lots of tunings, so you can fit the keys and so on and so on. We will break down a lot of tunings today, and let's start with the home foundation of the bluegrass and old time. Anyone who gets the 5-string banjo learns the first tuning, and that's the G standard. This is like the home base of banjo, G standard. The tuning here is G, B, G, B, and D. And here we often learn our first chord, open. We learn our 4 chord, like the C. And we learn our 5 chord, like the D. Or sometimes we learn a D7 dominant chord here. And with those 3 chords we can do lots of things. Lots of bluegrass and old-time tunes are just in those chords. And this is a great tuning for like standards like Cripple Creek. Down. We have lots of great songs in this key, and if you also have a capo like this, then you can change the key from G to G sharp, A sharp, B and C and so on. And I recommend that you master this tuning before moving on. And this tuning is great for chord-based playing and singing. There's a dark and a troubled side of life. There's a bright and a sunny side too. And so on. Simple standards in this tuning. Try to sing them and do your bum diddy or bum diddy drop thumb and so on. The next tuning we're gonna look at is the Sawmill tuning, or GModal. So some people say Sawmill, some say GModal. It's the same tuning. And the only difference from the G standard is that we have changed 1 string. And this is a really cool tuning. It's like very mountain tuning. It's very Appalachian trail sounding. Sounds a little darker. So we're gonna take our 2nd string here, our B, and we're gonna tune it up to a C. That's it. Then you get Sawmill or GModal tuning. So you raise the 2nd string from B to C, and this produces a haunting modal sound. So now our first chord here, I just take my first finger here, and on the 2nd fret on the 2nd string. We get lots of good melody notes here on the 3rd string, open, free, 4th string, open, free. And here's a common tune like Cluck, old hen. Cuckoo. here we get our first chord here, we get our 5 minor chord here. It's like 2 on the 4th and 1 on the 4th and 1 on the 1st. And our 5 chord we get here. Like open, open, 2, 2, open. So it's like open 1st string, 2nd fret with my 3rd finger on the 2nd string here, and I take my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. I did one arrangement of You Are My Sunshine, but it was in minor, and I played it like that. The other night they were sadly sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I woke there, I was mistaken, so I hung my head and I cried. You have lots of great tunes here, like Ruben's Train. Now we're gonna look at our 3rd tuning, which is Ola Belle Reed Tuning, or F tuning. And this is just 1 string again. We're gonna change from our Sawmill tuning. So in Sawmill we had G, D, G, C and D. And now we're gonna tune down our 5th string here to an F. So get your tuner ready. We'll tune this down to an F. And now we get Ola Belle Reed Tuning, or F tuning, which is a gorgeous tuning for like ballads and stuff. Just gonna take my little sheet book here. Yes. Like one of Ola Belle Reed's famous song is I've Endured. Our 1st chord here is, if you take the 4th string here, and you put your 2nd finger here on the 3rd fret, and you take your 1st finger, put it on the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, open 2nd string, and you take your ring finger, 3rd finger on the 3 here. You get your 1 chord here. And this is great with hammer-ons and pull-offs. And the great thing is our 4th chord, which will be in B flat. You just move it down. So now I have 3rd, 1st string, 2nd, 2nd string, and 3rd, 3rd string. Back. And to get our 5 chord, which will be a C, we just use 2 fingers. So now I have 2 on the first string and 0 on the 2nd, 0 on the 3rd, and I put my 2nd finger here on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And if you want a minor, you can put, like we did on the Sawmill tuning, for the dominant chord. So now we have open 1st string, 2nd fret here on the 2nd string, and we have 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and open 4th string. That's minor. With those chords you can play like I've Endured. Born in the mountains many years ago, I tried the hills and valleys through the rain and snow. I seen the lion in fashion, heard the thunder roll. I've endured, I've endured, I almost won't endure. Or maybe When I'm Gone, Carter Family. I got my ticket for a long way round, to buy whiskey for the way, and I sure like some sweet company, and I'm leaving tomorrow. What do you say? There you go. Great tuning. I play Rocket Up with this tuning. Because it's not that high for me, because in G is very high to sing. And I like the F. Wish that I was on a rocket up down in the Tennessee hills. And the weird chord. There you go. You wanna get that little chord on the chorus. Rocket up, you always be home. And here I am on the 5, 6, 7, 8th fret. So 8 on the 4th, 8 on the 3rd, and I have 7 on the on the 2nd string, and I have my little pinky here on the 8th fret on the 1st string. Yeah. So that's a great tuning to know. Ola Belle Reed Tuning, or F tuning. If we move back to Sawmill, I just want to introduce you to one new tuning that I haven't played that much in, but I thought it was really cool. And I did an arrangement on Wayfaring Strangers, where I played in G minor. So it's like, if you go back to G standard, where we have G, D, G, B, and D. In G minor, you just lower the 2nd string to a B flat. This is a very dark sound. So, like on the Wayfaring Stranger. And now our minor chord will look like this. It's like 1 on the 1st string, and we take our ring finger on the 2nd fret on the 2nd string. Open 3rd, and we have 1 on the 4th string. So like, I am a poor wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of all. There's no toll, no danger in that gravity. If you want a dominant chord here, you can do it like this. This is really cool because you get this note, harmonic minor sound. So to make a dominant chord here, you take your pinky on the 4th fret on the 1st string, and you take your ring finger on the 4th fret of the 2nd string, and you take your pointer finger here on the 2nd string of the 3rd string, and you take your 2nd finger here on the 4th, and back to 1. So 1, 4 minor, 5 dominant, and back. And I think this is really cool tuning that I want to explore more, but I haven't done it, so I'll look into it. Nice. So we have looked at tuning 1, G standard. 2 was Sawmill, where you just tune up the 2nd string to a C. And we have looked at Ola Belle Reed tuning, or F tuning, where you, like Sawmill, tune up the 2nd string and you tune down the 5th string to an F. So now, if you go back to our home base, which is G standard, it's always easiest to have a reference point, and G standard is always our reference point. So if we get insecure sometimes, we just tune back and then we start thinking. So this is a great fiddle tune or singing key. It's called DoubleC, and it's our 5th tuning. And I actually have covered this tuning in my recent episodes, like Mr. Tambourine Man is in DoubleC, and Big Rock Candy Mountains is in DoubleC, and now the Church Street Blues is also in DoubleC. So if you haven't watched those lessons, I recommend you do it, because they are great singing tunes, which I love to sing. It's great for my voice because I'm a baritone, or sometimes I feel like a bass, depending on the day. So this is a great key for singing because G can be too high for me sometimes. So check it out. We have G standard, and now it's called DoubleC because we're gonna have two C's. And the first C we're gonna get is by raising our second string here from a B to a C. So the B goes up to a C, second string. So check with your tuner there you go. And then we're gonna lower a fourth string here to a C, from D to C. So one goes up and the other one goes down. And now we have two C's here. That's why it's called DoubleC tuning. And here we get our one chord by just pressing the second fret here on the first string, and we get our fourth chord by playing the third fret, open second, and second on the third string here, open fourth. And we get our five chord by playing open first, second, fret here on the second string, open third, and second on the fourth. And we get our minor chord, our sixth chord, by playing second on first string, open second. And here you can also play like in scales if you want. Let's see. Here you go. So this is like 1, 2 minor. I do like a bar chord there, and I put my second finger on the first. It's the same shapes. And all these shapes I talk about in the Church Street Blues. And the 7th chord gonna be diminished. And back. Anyways, this is one of the essential old-time tunings. And you can use the capo here if you want to play in D, which lots of fiddle tunes are in. So just put the capo here on the second, and you put your radio spike in, and you get D. Sorry. Yeah. Now we can play like fiddle tunes like Angelina Baker. And so on and so on. And this is a great key to singing. And some of the tunes which I sing is like Oh Susanna. Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. And I also love to sing like the Crawdad Hole. You get a line, I get a pole, honey. You get a line, I get a pole. Lots of great tunes. And very pretty tuning. Because you can get easy up on the neck. Cumberland Gap. But now comes the very cool tuning, because within this fifth tuning here, DoubleC, you can also get DoubleC minor. And how do you get that? I will try to explain it, because this is a great way to get lots of good singing songs without have to shout out your voice, because like I mentioned earlier, I like to sing tunes a little bit lower because I'm a bass or baritone singer. So if I have my 1 chord here in C, this is C position, but now we are in D, but I will refer it to C. So this is like C or D, but if I lower my finger, we get the minor key. And this is our first chord in our minor key. And like our 2nd chord here, like a bar chord on the 5th fret here. And I put my 2nd finger here on the 6th fret. And I get my dominant chord by playing like a G in C position here. So open, 2nd, open, 2nd. And I did an arrangement of Shady Grow in this key. It fits my voice much better because now we're in D minor instead of G minor like in Sawmill. That's very high for me. So I did like. Pretty as brown, she's darling on my heart, sweet little girl in town. She'd go my love, she'd go I say, she'd go my love, bound to go away. It's a very easy key to play in because you have lots of, if you anchor your pointer finger here, you have open 2nd. So you can do lots of melodies like in Sawmill here. And I also did an arrangement a while back on the great tune House of the Rising Sun. Combine the chords from C major and C minor, and you get lots of chords we can use in the minor keys, like in this case, this one. I love this dominant chord here. It's like this one, but it's a little more. It's 3rd, 2nd, yeah, 3rd, 2nd, 4th, open. Bit loud of tension, you know. So that's DoubleC, and it's DoubleC minor. You get 2 tunings in the same, just thinking different. Let's see if I can get back in tune here. We are going into our 7th tuning, and our this is a great tuning as well. It's called OpenC tuning. And the only difference from DoubleC tuning is that we're gonna raise our 1st string here to an E because it's a D now. So I always have to push down to get my C chord here. But in OpenC we don't want to push it down. So you raise this D to an E, then you get the OpenC tuning. Sorry. Here we go. And here you can play really pretty instrumentals like Snowdrop. And if you're thinking about it, the chords aren't very different from the DoubleC, because our 1st chord is open now, and instead of playing our 4th chord here, we just switch our fingers. So now I have first finger here, open, second, open. It's a fourth chord, like in F chord. And to play our 5 chord, instead of playing like this, we're gonna still do it, but we're gonna add a finger here because it was open before. Then we get our 5 chord, our G. And this I use a lot in like songs where I love to flip the banjo sometimes, like Uncle Dave Macon or Leroy Troy. Like the Mississippi Kid. Then our 4th chord here. 5. And also did an arrangement on Darling Corey in this key. Tuning to know about. So, Snowdrop, Darling Corey, maybe do some Uncle Dave Macon, like keep my skill good and greasy all the time. Do like tricks like flipping the banjo, but this is a too expensive banjo for flipping, so I use another cheaper one. And I have this strap here, so I can't really throw it around, but with an open tuning you can do lots of pull-ups, you know? Yeah, and the last tune I'm gonna look at is I have not used it that much, but it's cool to know this one. So if we get back to our safe place, and that's the G standard. So G standard, 5 is gonna be a G, 4 is gonna be a D, and 3 is gonna be a G, B, and D. Here we go. So this is a cool tuning which I used on Brown's Fairy Blues, and it's a great tuning to know for blues songs. So what you do is that I call this open E tuning, or E tuning, not open E tuning, it's E tuning. And what you do is that you plant your hand like an E chord here. It's very similar to an C chord, but you have changed the second finger here. So it's like, take your ring finger, 2nd fret, open, open, 1st finger on the 3rd fret, and you take your 2nd finger here on the 2nd string on the 4th fret. Here you got an E chord, but the problem is the 5th string here. It's a G, and we want an E, so we're going to tune it down to an E. This is our 1 chord and our 2 chord. Oh, sorry. Here we got our dominance chord. So this is like a 1st chord E, and if you just put up your 3rd finger here, you just release it, you get an E7 sound. And to get our 4th chord, we're just gonna bar the 2nd here, and we can like dance around with our pinky, like 5, we get the 7 sound, 6 sound, open, and to get our 5 chord, same here, 4th fret. like a boogie woogie on this, like this. Tuning to know about. And the good thing is, if you're gonna play like in G, get back to the, because this shape E, if we're gonna do like with a capo, E, F sharp, G. If you're like in G, you don't have to change this fifth tuning, because now we have it on the G. So like, I think I did it in G, my Brown Ferris Blues. Or you wanna play like rock and roll songs or some Elvis? Well, it's one for the money, two for the show. Feeling again like I can't go without you. Step on my blue suede shoes. You do anything but lay off my blue suede shoes. I think that's a really cool tuning to have in your arsenal. So some general tips and tricks from this lesson today. Learn tunings in families. Retune by ear whenever possible. Get back to G standard and become secure with all the difference. What is the difference between a Sawmill and a G standard? What's the difference between a DoubleC and a G standard, you know? And always keep a tuner nearby while learning. And group your repertoire by tuning. Like me, I have my little notebook here. Here I have my G standard tunes. I have my DoubleC and the minor. And I have my Sawmill, my Belle Reed Tuning, OpenC, E tuning, and stuff. So I keep track on the tunes and the tunings with the difference. Different tunings unlock new resonance, drones, and easier fingering and stuff. And it's always nice to have a big arsenal of tunings. So, a little recap. The G standard, G, D, G, B, D. And we had Sawmill, GModal, raised the second string to a C instead of a B. And on the F tuning, Ola Belle Reed Tuning, you also lower the fifth string to an F. And on the G minor tuning, you lowered your B string here, second string, to a B flat. DoubleC, then you have to tune up the B string to a C, the second string here, and you have to tune down the fourth string here to a C. And to get the minor, you only had to lower your positioning and change your fingering in that key, so to speak. And the OpenC, then you had two C here, and you raised the first string to an E. And then you had to change your position of the chords here. So like F chord became that, and then G chord there became that. And the last one, E tuning, not very common, but fun to know, is that you have this E chord as a bass. Instead of a C like that in G standard, you have E here. And you have to lower your G fifth string to an E if you're gonna play an E. And if you're gonna play in G, then you have to put the cape on the third fret here. And you don't have to change the fifth string. And then you get your fourth chord by here and dancing on the fourth on the fifth, and here dancing. Very symmetrical, you see. So I hope this lesson was good, and if you have any question, just write down in the comments or send me an email at johannesbroborn93 hotmail.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great day.